The pizza apocalypse? It was an ordinary day in the town of Pepperville. The sky was blue, the birds were chirping, and the most important thing on everyone's mind was pizza. This wasn't just any regular pizza, though. It was Big Tony's Mega Cheese Supreme, the greatest pizza known to humankind. And it was pizza day at school, which was basically the only day anyone cared about. Joey, Clara, and Ben, 3 best friends, were sitting in the cafeteria, waiting impatiently for the lunch bell to ring. Joey had his eyes on the clock, Clara was tapping her foot nervously, and Ben was muttering under his breath. "Any minute now? Any minute." Joey whispered, almost to himself. "Relax," Clara said. "We've got this. We're going to be the first in line for Big Tony's Pizza, and no one's going to stop us." That's when the lunch bell rang, and chaos erupted. Students bolted from their classrooms, sprinting down the halls like it was the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. The cafeteria doors swung open, and there it was, Big Tony's Pizza, sitting on the counter like a cheesy treasure. But something was wrong. Very wrong. "What is that?" Ben asked, pointing at the pizza table. Instead of the normal, steaming, gooey slices, there were tiny, shriveled pizza squares. They looked like someone had accidentally left them in the desert for a week. The kids in the front of the line gasped in horror. "This is a pizza nightmare!" Joey yelled. Suddenly, Principal Jenkins appeared, holding a megaphone. "Attention, students! Due to budget cuts, today's pizza has been slightly downsized." "Downsized?" Clara shouted. "This isn't pizza, it's a cracker with attitude." The cafeteria erupted in protests. Joey, Clara, and Ben knew they had to do something. There was no way they were going to accept these sad excuses for pizza. They had to get to Big Tony's Pizzeria themselves and bring back the real pizza. "We've got to sneak out of school," Clara whispered, a determined look in her eyes. "We're getting the real deal." Joey and Ben nodded in agreement. They quickly grabbed their backpacks and made a plan. It wasn't going to be easy, but they were willing to risk detention, suspension, whatever it took, to save Pizza Day. Phase 1, escape the hall monitors first. They had to get past the hall monitors, also known as the enforcers. These were the most feared students in school, with walkie-talkies and an uncanny ability to detect trouble. But Joey had a plan. He whipped out a bag of candy from his backpack and scattered it down the hallway. As expected, the enforcers' candy radar kicked in. They sprinted toward the sugary bait, giving Joey, Clara, and Ben just enough time to dash out the side door. Phase 2, the bike chase. They hopped on their bikes and sped toward Big Tony's Pizzeria, but not before getting chased by Old Man McGinty, the grumpiest crossing guard in town. His whistle blowing echoed behind them as they pedaled furiously through the streets. "Why does he care so much?" Ben shouted over his shoulder. "I think he just hates fun," Joey yelled back. They managed to lose him by weaving through the park and taking a shortcut through a fountain, arriving at Big Tony's Pizzeria soaking wet but victorious. Phase 3, the pizza negotiation. Inside the pizzeria, Big Tony himself stood behind the counter, twirling dough in the air. He was a large, jolly man with a mustache that could easily double as a broom. "What can I do for you kids?" he asked, his voice booming like a cartoon character. We need the Mega Cheese Supreme, Joey said breathlessly, for the whole school. Tony rubbed his chin thoughtfully. For the whole school, huh? That's a lot of dough. But I like your spirit. Tell you what, I'll give you a deal. But first, you gotta beat me in a pizza eating contest. The three friends exchanged worried looks. Big Tony was known for being a pizza eating legend. But they had come too far to back down now. I hope you brought your appetite, Tony said, slapping down 3 massive slices in front of them. It was an intense showdown. Cheese was flying, sauce was dripping, and crumbs were everywhere. Joey, Clara, and Ben gave it their all, but Big Tony wasn't human. He devoured slices like a vacuum cleaner. Finally, with one last bite, Tony stood up and belched proudly. You kids got guts. I like that. You win. Wait, what? Clara blinked. But you ate, like, 5 more slices than we did. Tony shrugged. I'm a sucker for enthusiasm. With a triumphant cheer, the 3 friends carried back boxes of piping hot, real-deal Mega Cheese Supreme pizzas to the school, arriving just in time to save Pizza Day. The entire cafeteria cheered as Joey, Clara, and Ben were lifted onto the shoulders of their classmates. Principal Jenkins even gave them a special pizza trophy for outstanding contribution to lunchtime. As they sat back down with their glorious pizza slices, Joey grinned and said, I told you we'd save the day. Yeah, Ben replied, taking a giant bite, but we should probably lay low for a while. Old Man McGinty's never going to forget the fountain incident. And so, they enjoyed their pizza, knowing that they had pulled off the greatest heist in Pepperville history.